Welcome to Pythian's webinar series. Today our topic is when to invest in the cloud and what to consider. I'm joined by one of Pythian's cloud experts, Chris Presley. In a Q&A style, we will answer a few questions for companies who are still planning their way to the cloud. But before we start, Chris will give us a short introduction about himself and Pythian's experience with the cloud.
Thank you, Stephanie. My name is Chris Presley. I'm a solutions architect with Pythian. I've worked with Pythian for about 8 years now in a variety of capacities, mostly with Microsoft technologies. Pythian specializes in helping companies adopt disruptive technologies. When it comes to our experience with the leveraging cloud technologies, we are platform independent, vendor agnostic company providing services. We can and have helped organizations look at cloud-based technologies, figure out how to best leverage those technologies, adopt the technologies, and then support the technologies on a go-forward basis.
Mm-hmm. Great. Thanks so much, Chris. So you introduced this concept of infrastructure as a service and platform as a service. Can we talk a little bit about what they mean exactly and how they fit into a cloud adoption strategy?
Sure, Stephanie. Good question. So let's start with properly defining the terms. So the IaaS, or infrastructure as a service, or IaaS, from Wikipedia, the description is IaaS is a form of cloud computing that provides virtualized computing resources over the internet. IaaS is one of three main categories of cloud computing services, alongside software as a service, or SaaS, and platform as a service, or PaaS. So when we talk about IaaS, think of, in the public cloud, think of it as just another data center. Your IT pro, your manager, can provision a virtual machine just like they could locally, and it runs on someone else's data center. That virtual machine might be pre-installed. It might be a template that either you've created or the vendor has created that includes server software on it that you may or may not need to customize further after you provision it. But unlike some of the virtualization technologies, you can have a very high level of automation, you can script a lot of the tasks, and you get a very attractive, easy-to-use web-based interface. Now, platform as a service, or PaaS from Wikipedia, PaaS is a category of cloud computing services that provides a platform allowing customers to develop, run, and manage applications without the complexity of building and maintaining the infrastructure typically associated with developing and launching an app. So that's a direct quote. An example of this is, say, Azure SQL DB. You get yourself a database, but you don't get you don't get root or admin access to the host. Some of the work associated with running and maintaining a database is done for you, say patching the machine and that sort of thing. You don't have to do it. You don't get access to a number of the dials as well. The vendor is controlling that for you. So the trade-off is that you have a lot less control, but a lot is done for you, and it costs a little bit less. Also in some cases, depending on what we're talking about, certain features when compared with IaaS are also not available. Maybe they don't work, or they just aren't there. So I recommend a thorough cost and feature benefit analysis before you adopt PaaS, but it could be a very good strategy for you and your business.
Great. Thank you. Excellent. Thank you so much for your time today, Chris. So to wrap this up, I want to simply remind the audience that whether they are already in the cloud, on their way there, or still have some questions, Pythian can help. Pythian Cloud Services combine more than 200 years of experience with multiple certifications in cloud platforms, including AWS, Google Cloud, and Microsoft Azure. So when you're ready, contact us at info@pythian.com.